Michelle Barnes, are you on?
Yes, I am, Mr. Azimi. You know what?
Take it away.
Well, this was not expected whatsoever. I was just excited to sit and drink my coffee and listen to these absolutely amazing leaders this morning, but I saw some technical difficulties. So, hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to just jump in and make things happen. So, good morning, everybody. Good evening for those of you on the other side of the planet who are trying to speak on this amazing call. I was so excited to hear these phenomenal leaders this morning. Happy Saturday. This is the place to be. For those of you who are just joining us, who've never plugged into one of our team calls, we want to welcome you. My name is Michelle Barnes. I'm out in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, where it's absolutely beautiful today. Super excited for an awesome Labor Day weekend here in the States. But we have some amazing, amazing leaders for you guys to hear from today that are not in the U.S. And I know that Mr. Gunnar is trying to get on this call to lead the call, and he's one of the best leaders that I've ever seen, probably in the history of doing this business in the last 29 years, which this is my 29-year anniversary, guys. Can you believe that? It's me and John Melton, it's our 9-year anniversary with Modere. And we are just so blessed to have literally the best team on the entire face of the planet. #Dream Team. So without further ado, I want to get this call rocking. I'll see if Gunnar is on. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring on my girl this is literally my sister from another mister. She is one of the best leaders that I've ever worked with. And I had the pleasure of meeting her. Gosh, Beth, I can't remember when we met. We met on social media. We still have not had the privilege of meeting in person. Look out when we do. But we've been friends on social media since, I think, 2017 through 2018, something like that. And she has been rocking this profession for over a decade now. And I'm not going to steal her thunder or take her story, but I will tell you, talk about a leader of leaders. Talk about someone who leads by example, sets the pace, does whatever it takes to make things work through thick and thin. This girl is your girl. So without further ado, Beth, what is up, sister?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear
Good.
you.
Perfect. Hold on, just even before we start, I don't know how long it's actually been since we've been Facebook friends. It has to be years. And why did I not start this sooner? Can somebody please tell me?
Well, I tried to get you to start way sooner, you know.
Well, you did. Yeah, you did. That's my bad. But no, I honestly, looking back, I really should have joined Modere so many years ago. It was a massive mistake. But you know what? I'm here now, and we're rocking, and we're rolling, and I'm loving it.
Well, there is no doubt about that, sister, and everything in God's timing, right? Everything always happens
Absolutely.
the way it's supposed to. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose, and you're here now. And since the second you came here, even with some MLM PTSD that you can talk about and share your story with these guys, but even coming here somewhat kicking and screaming, I think that you've literally turned this entire thing upside down. So why don't you do this, Beth, while we're trying to get Gunnar on the line. Go ahead and share your story with these guys, kind of the Cliff Notes version of your story, what you used to do, what you do, how you got here, what you're excited about, and then we'll take the gloves off and give these guys some awesome training.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so hi, everybody. I'm Beth. I'm 33, and I live in the UK. Like Michelle said, I've been in network marketing now for 13 years, but 10 years full-time. So prior to getting involved with the industry full-time, I was actually a hairdresser. So I worked as a hairstylist for quite a few years and went on to own my own salon. Spent a lot of time in there from morning till night. Have 3 children, so I wasn't really spending much time with the kids at all. And even though the salon did really well and I could have gone on to make it really, really big, I decided that I wanted to travel. I wanted to be with the kids. I wanted to move abroad. And there was no way that I would have been able to have done all of those things if I was stuck in a salon for that many hours, paying staff, paying wages, all that kind of thing. There was never any freedom to it. And I ended up getting to the point where I just wanted to live a little bit. My mum passed away at 16 years old, and I think for me, I really understood the meaning of life, and I never wanted to be stuck in 4 walls. I wanted to be spontaneous. I wanted to be able to pick up and leave. And the perfect opportunity for me was to have a business that works on my time, where I could pick up my phone, and wherever I went, my business went with me. And it allowed me to have that freedom. And I know so many people talk about financial freedom and time freedom, but I honestly don't think that you'll get that anywhere like you would in network marketing, because I've done it. I've owned a traditional business. I've been employed. And the best time of my life was when I was able to pick up my family of 5 and move to Spain. We lived there for a few years. My children went to private school. There's no way that I would have been ever able to have done all of those things if it wasn't for this industry. So for me personally, yes, it was risky. Yes, many people said to me, Beth, what are you doing? Like, you've got a good salon, you've put thousands, in fact tens of thousands into this property. Like, what are you doing? Why are you getting rid of it? And it was all just down to me believing in myself. I think sometimes you've got to hold your own. You've got to know what you want, and you've got to go after it. And I did exactly that, and it paid off tenfold. I was able to retire my husband. He worked for a construction site, so he was site managing at the time, again, earning a really good income. And I know, again, so many people say, yeah, but what if? You can say that about anything. I think for me personally, I just wanted to run with something. If it worked, I knew it would work at the end of the day, because I knew that I was going to have to work hard, sacrifice a few things. And, you know, here I am doing what I'm doing, and I've done it for 10 years full time. Travel, kids, I'm there, you know, and it's just been the best decision I've ever made. Joined Modere 3 years, two and a bit years ago, has it been, Steve? Like 2 years, 3 months, something like that. After having, like Michelle said, a little bit of MLM PTSD, and I don't say that lightly, I was ready to throw the towel in. I was so over network marketing. I'd done it for a really long time. I'd led teams bringing in millions of volume each month. I got to the highest position as a female in my previous company, and it really burnt me out. And although, you know, network marketing isn't easy, you know, you've got to put in the time, you've got to be someone that is going to sacrifice those little things to get where you want to be. I was doing all of that, but I was also having the role of corporate. I was also having the role of problems and all the corporate side of things, which I didn't sign up for. And I ended up getting to the point where I said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I would prefer to go back into a job. That's how bad it got. And Michelle was like, Beth, seriously, trust me. Just trust me. But I've heard that before. Right? So I was very skeptical. However, trusted Michelle, literally just went with it. And we hit Platinum 3 within the first 2 months. And we're now an Elite 2 team with incredible leaders from everywhere, building a really strong company. So honestly, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my gosh, girl, I love it so much. And you know, I've had so much fun just watching you over the years and watching you just absolutely crush it in this business. And, you know, I know you're a mom of 3 and you used to, you know, be a salon owner, and you're in the UK and then you're in Spain, and I can't even keep track of where you are on the planet. I'm like, where's Beth today? What part of the planet is she on? And I just love it, girl. And, you know, watching your team grow has been absolutely incredible. It's like you are so great at putting systems in place, and you really came in and kind of just took over in the UK and took everything that we had done here in the U.S. and made it your own there in the UK, and just talk about, like, getting everything in place 100% so that your people have a track to run on. So, like, let's just get into some training. Obviously, we're just wrapping up August. Today's the last day of the month. We always have a couple days to kind of clean everything up and help people get those promotions in and stuff like that. But, man, we have so many incredible things coming down the pipeline. Obviously, here in the States, we're launching the new GLP-1 product this month in September here in about 21 days, which is so exciting. And I know you guys are going to be getting – I know. You guys are next. You guys are next. That's what I've heard. And so give these guys, like, you know, whether someone's brand new and maybe they're launching their business, or maybe someone's been around for a while and they're excited to relaunch their business, what are some of your best tips, and really take the gloves off, Beth, because you're probably one of the best trainers I've ever seen in this business. So, like, if you were training your entire organization right now and you wanted them to become an elite team, what would you tell them?
Okay, so obviously the first thing in business is you've got to be consistent. You've got to be consistent regardless of how hard it gets. There are going to be days where you really don't want to do this and it gets tiring and you get fed up and you just want a day off. And I'll tell you, honestly, in business you can't have that mindset. I think so many people come into this industry and they expect it to happen overnight. That won't happen. You've got to set some goals and you've got to have them firmly in place. Now, I always say to my team that if you put your goals first, you won't run for them. But if you put somebody else's goals in front of those, i.e. your children's, your family's, it gives you a little bit more emotion behind it. So when I first started, I set a goal. What did I want to achieve? Like, what goal do you want? I speak to people every day and they still don't understand the comp plan. Understand what promotion you want to hit and give yourself a time goal for it. So when you come into the business, obviously do your research. What product do you want to resell? What product do you want to really understand to be able to promote confidently? That is the main thing. We're in a product-based business, guys. Like, if you don't know what product you want to sell and you're not using it, then we've got the first hurdle. Find the products that excite you, because excitement is everything in business. Find the products that you love and learn them. Use them and promote them. Don't get overwhelmed. I see so many people with these to-do lists of, I've got to do this, I've got to run Instagram, I've got to run TikTok, I've got to run Facebook. No. Focus on one platform and get really good at it. Focus on a few products and understand them and use them and get a result and remain consistent with them, which means stories, which means posts, which means reels. Now, I know so many people into this are going to be like, oh my God, I can't do a reel. You might not be able to get it perfect straight away, but something is better than nothing. Even if you walk in or take it with the spoon, you don't even need to have your face on it, but people will get used to the background, your hands, your kitchen side, and they'll know that it's you and that it's you using it. Again, the problem in network marketing is that so many people try and sell a product that they've got no experiment in, they know nothing about, and people get sick of salesy people.
Wow, that is awesome. And you know what, Beth, I love that the very first thing that you touched on is consistency. And you and I are probably like, we're consistent AF. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, I may not be the best, I may not be the fastest, but damn if I ain't consistent. Like, and, you know, we're all responsible for the energy we bring to every space. And I love that you talked about putting, like, taking putting that, you know, because some people like say, oh, you need a why that makes you cry. Sometimes you need something, you just need a little fire under your ass to get out there and do the thing that you should be doing. People always say, oh, I'm overwhelmed. And it's like, you're overwhelmed because you're not doing what you know you should be doing. And you show up every single day. I don't think there's been one day since you came here that you haven't shown up whether you wanted to or not. And that really is the key to success in anything. I mean, if you're trying to get the best, you know, get in the best shape of your life, like, you know, showing up and getting that workout in even when you don't want to, eating the right foods even when you don't want to. It's those little teeny things that make the biggest difference. And so we've got September, October, November, December. Now, we all know what happens in November here. We have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Like, it's nuts around here. It's always our biggest month of the year. So we have September, October, November, basically like a 90-day run. So what would you tell these guys to do with that?
Honestly, do exactly what you just said, run. You need to plan. So I would get your follow-up list. I would start making sure that you're taking note of everybody that's viewing your stories. These people are people that are interested. They just might not have the confidence to reach out and ask what it is that you're doing. So take note of who's watching your stories, who's liking your posts. Make sure you're doing posts that are relatable to your audience, so talking about your story, really getting familiar with your audience and building that relationship. It's so important that you do that now and not in November, because you've got 3 months up until we've got such a big sale, which literally put my business to platinum 3 within a month. So you need to be making those connections, building those relationships, adding more people on social media, following up with people, and having that relationship time with those people prior to trying to sell them the product. So I would 100% really knuckle down on building your network now for the next few months so that you've got a really solid base in November.
Love it, girl. That is awesome. Well, I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for your team, so excited where we're going. And I really feel like we're just getting warmed up. And I'm telling you guys, with what's coming down the pipeline, it's like the wave is coming and you want to paddle like hell right now. You want to paddle like you've never paddled before. That means, filling the funnel, planting seeds. And what you do consistently, I'm telling you, you're 90 days away from your paycheck. And 90 days is going to hit right around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, guys. So I'm telling you, now is the time. If you've ever wanted to launch or relaunch your business or really take your team and your business and your income and your life to another level, it starts today. Don't wait until right before Black Friday and then be like, oh, maybe I'll post something. It doesn't work that way. You got to go now, like Beth said. So, Beth, thank you so much. You are so awesome, girl. I love you to pieces. I cannot wait till we can actually hang out in person and have some fun together. It's like, look out. But I love you with all my heart. You really amaze me on a daily basis, and your whole team just absolutely rocks. So thanks for being on, sister. Love you.
Thanks, Michelle.
All right. Thanks, babe. Love ya. Okay. Well, Gunnar is still trying to get on the call. And let me just tell you, Gunnar is a badass, okay? Like, I want you to hear from him because he's a father of 4. He's a former restaurant owner. He lives in Spain. He does his business full time. He leads like no other. And I was so excited to literally, I was just, getting ready to walk out the door. I'm listening to the call. I was going to take the dog for a WALK. I can't say it out loud because he's sitting here staring at me because he knew that was what was going to happen until I ended up having to jump on and take over on this call. So he's staring at me like, well, I thought we were going on a WALK. So anyone else have dogs that you say the word and you're like screwed? So anyway, I'm not going to say it. Oh my gosh, I think Sean Azimi said he's on. Is he really on, Sean? Gunnar, are you there?
I think I am. I'm not sure if he's going to cut me off all day long or what. I'm so sorry for this.
This has been hysterical. Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness I had, a good, healthy cup of Logic coffee before I, it's like we always say, when you least expect it, you're elected. Oh, my God, my friend. Well, I love you to pieces, and I am so excited that you are here to interview our last 2 speakers and also to share your story because you have an absolutely incredible story, Gunnar, and I know that you mean the absolute world to this team. And your team, they love you, they respect you, the way that you lead, the things you do, the way you show up every second of every day. I have so much respect for everything you do and everything you've done in this business. So I'm going to turn it over to you to share your story, some fun announcements, and to interview these last 2 amazing leaders, Michelle and Hayley. And I'm just excited to go take the dog for a WALK and finish listening to you guys totally train this amazing team. So take it away, my friend.
Hey, Michelle.
Yeah. Oh, God, Sean, don't tell me. Yes.
You're not anywhere.
Okay.
He dropped off again.
What's that?
He's dropped off again. Yeah.
All right. Okie dokie. All right. Well, then we're going to go on to Michelle because she has a story like no other. And I think Gunnar's just messing with me. He's like, let's just mess with Michelle Barnes today. She thought she was going to have a Saturday off, sitting there drinking her coffee, taking the dog for a WALK. Yeah, no, not going to happen. All right. So let's do this. Sean, you let me know. Let me know when Gunnar gets back on. And in the meantime, Michelle, are you out there? Oh, my goodness. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. All right. Oh, my gosh. Well, Michelle, I'm so excited to chat with you.
Likewise.
So I know that you are just a baddie. You are amazing and such a rockin' leader, a mom of 3, you guys, okay, former flight attendant. She's been in this business full-time now for 5 years, has been crushing it for 5 years, I mean, literally just rocks it every single day. So, Michelle, let's start with your story. I would love for you to share the Cliff Notes version of your story, what you used to do, obviously being a former flight attendant and all the things, what you used to do, what you do, how you got here, and what you're excited about. Let's start with that.
Okay, so first of all, hi guys, thank you to tune in today. My name is Michelle, I'm from the Netherlands, and I've been in this industry for 6 years actually. I started out when I was a flight attendant and when I became a single mom. And as a flight attendant and single mom, I barely had time for my daughter, and I was really looking for another way to work from home. And then I saw like an advertisement on social media. And I saw that people were working online and earning quite a good amount of money. So I thought, wow, if they can do it, let's just hear what it is. So I actually applied through like a Facebook advertisement, started out selling some products and was doing pretty well, but not like just a few bucks a month. And then after 6 months, somebody contacted me and said, well, did you know that you could also build a team? And I was like, building a team? How does that work? And I dived into that. And after a few months, I could reduce my hours as a flight attendant. And after a year, I quit actually my job as a flight attendant. And I could always be like at home with my baby girl, like bringing her to school, picking her up, going to like hobbies like ballet or something like that. I was always there. I'm the present mom now, even though I'm working like online, having like this huge team, I'm still there. And that is what this industry is literally has given to me. And I absolutely love it about this industry. So yeah, this is in short my story about like how that I was a flight attendant, single mom, and now here. So yeah, it has been now 2 years that I'm with Modair. Actually, today is my 2nd year anniversary with Modair, and I'm absolutely amazingly loving this company. The products are amazing. The people who are in it are really, really great, like really supportive. It's a really great community that we're in here. And yeah, because of this business, I'm seeing people going through stages in life that from like working every day, bringing their kids to daycare, like because of this business, I see people quitting their job. And that is just the best feeling in the world, that people can, because of you, because of what you showed them, quit their job. So that is what I literally love about this business.
I love it, girl. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. It's stories like yours, it's stories like Beth that's why I've been here for 29 years. I love being able to see, like, if someone really wants this business, they want to get home with their kids, they want to make more money, they want to create true, like, time freedom and money freedom, there's not a better vehicle on the planet, And it's like, no. Is it easy? No, hell no, it's not easy. I mean, if you have an unlimited income potential with something, of course it's not going to be easy. But, like, is it worth it? I know Beth would say yes. I know you would say yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Being a single mom. Yeah, me being a single mom and the sole provider of 2 teenage boys, it's absolutely worth it. But it definitely takes doing the thing. So, Michelle, like, take the gloves off and give these guys your best tips on building their business, on, if someone wanted to end up eventually, quitting their job and doing this full time, or even just bringing in a pretty substantial, second stream of income, what advice would you give them? What are your best tips and training?
Definitely have one focus product. Focus on this product, learn everything, become the expert in the product so that you have your own result, that you can talk about this product, that people go to you because of this product. You need to be the expert to know everything about this product. And that is what brings people in a lot of money on the sales side of the plan. But what I would say when you start out and also want to build a team, be consistent. Show up every single day, even though when you do not want to show up anyway, because that will bring you in the end the most amazing people into your team, for example. I'm now 2 years in with Modair. I have the honor to have amazing people in my team, to also brought amazing leaders on board. But also still after 2 years, right now I'm actually at a person who is going to start with his business. He was in the network marketing industry. He did have $1 million in volume, and he just stopped with this business because he thought, no, it's not for me anymore. And when I told him about our business, about our compensation plan, he was like fired on again, and he's going to start now in September. So talk about it to every single one. Be consistent. Keep showing the products. Keep leading with the opportunity. That's what I really would say to everyone.
I love it, girl. I love it so much. Heading into, obviously, it's so crazy that we're already approaching September, which is just so weird. I feel like I just did our goal setting training, and that was December 16th, heading into 2024. And now we're like turning the bend and turning the corner to, for the last 4 months of the year. Is it for September, October, November? Yeah, December, 4 months. So what do you think people should do if someone was brand new? Like if you were starting all over today, Michelle, what would you tell the newest person?
Sorry, what would you tell?
If you were brand new and you were just getting started today, and like you just signed up in Modere yesterday, give these people a handful of things. What would you do right away?
I would right away start with using the product and making like before and after pictures so that you have your own results ready. And if you are not familiar to this industry, I would say do the basics. Do the basics every single day, which is actually really easy because we have systems and tools in place that we can use. So talk about the products, launch your business. Launching your business is really important. Tell people what you're doing because otherwise they don't know and you don't get any customers. So talk about it and tag them into the existing groups that we have. It's so easy. You do have the tools. You do have the systems. The only thing that you need to do is talk to people, add them in the video, for example, where anyone is talking about this product that we're having, or maybe a testimonial from a person, and the video or testimonial will do its work. So it's basically you need to add them, to tag them, and message them, and you're done. You have your first customer. So it's as easy as that. If you use the tools and work with the correct system, it's just actually a really easy business that we're in.
Yeah, I love that you said that, Michelle, because people are always like, what do I do? What do I say? And John and I are always like, dude, the scripts are right there. Like every single thing you could possibly need is in our groups. Like
it's there,
getting started. I mean, it's like we have a getting started checklist. We have scripts. We have what to post. We have different ways to launch your business. And I think a lot of it is, we are here to help you build your business, and it ain't going to build itself, right? But the greatest thing about having a dual-sided comp plan like we do here is that there's not a person on the planet that doesn't want to lose a couple pounds. I always tell people, don't make a science project out of this because there's 3 billion people on Facebook, and I would say 99% of them want to lose a pound or two or more. And, who doesn't want to, lose a few pounds, have more energy, get rid of wrinkles, get rid of aches and pains, have better mental health, have better women's health, have better gut health. Like this is not rocket science. And on top of it, someone is starting a home-based business like this every 10 seconds. Every 10 freaking seconds, somebody's starting a business like this, you guys. So why not in Modere and why not in your team? Well, the reason why not in your team is because you're not asking. You get what you ask for. So if you ask for people to just take a look at your products, they will. If you ask people to take a look at your opportunity, they will. And it'll either be for them or not. And that's the beauty of it, is you just plant enough seeds. And a lot of times, even if they say no, no means not yet. I've had people that I put in the groups 2, 3, 4 years ago. Look at Beth and I. Beth and I have been friends since, 2016, 2017. We're on opposite sides of the planet, and we became friends on social media. She's like my little freaking mini me. I wish I was 10 years younger and her age. And she, we just built a relationship online for years and years. And she was, when I first met her, she was happy in another company. So, of course, I wasn't trying to recruit her. We just became really good friends online. And I always say friends first, guys. Don't be a freaking weirdo. My number one rule is don't be a weirdo, okay? Just be someone's friend first. Be a professional friend maker. All business is conversations. So the more conversations you are in and you get going, and the more you're just someone's friend, they will eventually open the door for you to walk right through. They're going to talk about how, they just got laid off from their job. They're going to talk about how they can't stand the fact that they never get to see their kids. They're going to talk about the fact that they're, 30, 40, 50 pounds overweight and they're just frustrated and they've lost their mojo and they just want to get their mojo back. I mean, guys, we're here to help and serve people. And if you are a professional friend maker and you just all business conversations, I would love to challenge all of you. We're heading into September tomorrow. I challenge you over this Labor Day weekend, for those of you in the U.S., for those of you on the other side of the planet, I challenge you to start 100 brand new conversations between now and Tuesday. Okay? Between now and Tuesday, I challenge every single one of you on this call, just start 100 conversations. You don't even have to say anything about the business. I love being like, hey, how are you? Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Oh, my gosh. I saw that you and your kids were just, traveling. I saw that you guys were just in Spain. I saw you were just wherever, so how's everything going? What's new in your world? And if you just come from that place of actually giving a crap about people and you care about them and you get to know them and you build some friendships, I promise you they'll open the door for you to walk right through. Then they're going to see something that you posted. You can't just post and pray and not have friendships and relationships going with people, because then you post and you pray and nobody responds to anything. And they just think you're a spammy Tammy and a Spamela Anderson, and they don't really give a crap. But if you're like just hanging out and you're shooting the shit with them and you're getting to know them and, you're building relationships, then all of a sudden they see a spoon of deliciousness and they're like, oh, my God, you lost 20 pounds with that chocolate stuff on a spoon. What is that? Girl, I need to lose 20 pounds. What is that? Or you're consistently in your stories and you're showing up in your stories every 24 hours. Then people are going to go, oh, my gosh, I saw that you're launching some new product. What is that? So, Michelle, I love this. I love everything that you've had to say. Is there any other tips that you would share with these guys before we move on to Hayley?
I would definitely say, like you're saying as well, doing those 100 conversations a day really changed my life. When I started, I did 50 conversations every single day, and this is what brought me to a level that I could leave my full-time work. So, yeah, I would definitely say do these conversations every single day. And when you do not like it to do it, start with it every morning, because then it's done and you can kind of relax and do the nicer stuff, So do it anyway, because this will help you and bring you to a different level. And I'm always saying to people when they say, my business doesn't work, I always ask them, does your business work or are you not working? Because if you're not having those conversations, if you're not talking to people, how can you suppose that you're getting the money anyway? It doesn't work like that.
Amen, sister. Oh, my gosh. Mic drop on that. Well, and I love it. I love that you said that's what you did to leave your job. It's like so many people, they hate their jobs or, they're not making enough money, but they aren't willing to do what it takes. And really what it takes isn't that bad. It's
and you do not have to reinvent the wheel. It's all there.
It's all right here. And literally, like John and I, we are constantly trying to figure out how can we make this more simple for people, and sometimes I almost think we have too many systems in place or too much information there for you, because I'm like, oh my God, really what it comes down to is what are the IPAs, the income producing activities, and then what is your DMO? What's your daily method of operation? Well, look, we're moms, we've got kids, you've got 2 kids, I got 2 kids, Michelle you have 2 kids, Hayley has 2 kids, Beth has 3 kids, Gunnar has 4 kids. We're all doing all the things, juggling all the things, and it's like you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both, right?
Exactly.
And so that is what I love. I love that you just started doing 50 conversations a day. And guess what, guys? People need what we have. They want to lose weight. They want to get rid of wrinkles. They want to get rid of fake skin. They want to make extra money. So just ask them if they're open to taking a look. Wow, there's a lot of background noise. I don't know who that is. All right, so Michelle, thank you so much for your time, girl. Thank you for being on the call. Love you to pieces. You rock, sister. Just so blessed to have you here in our team. And let's crush it between now and the end of the year and make 2024 the best yet.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and have a great Labor weekend.
All right. Thank you, sister. All right. Well, I know that Gunnar has been on this call and off this call about 77 times since we started. So you know what? Everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to bring on our last and final speaker, guys. So do not leave, because this woman is crushing it as well. Hayley McLauglin, oh my gosh, mom of two. She went from retail to social retail, and she has been crushing it in the network marketing business for 10 years now. And I'm so excited to have her here today. But I'm going to make sure she's here before I get all crazy. Hayley, are you here?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yay. Woo! All right. Well, we are being tested today with technology, and everybody knows. Anyone who knows that technology is not my jam. Like, literally want to, half the time launch my phone and my computer through a freaking window. But so I'm constantly tested and tried. And so, you know what? We're crushing it. Not today, Satan. All right. So, Hayley, I know that you are crushing it in the business. So let's start with your story, girl. Let's start with the Cliff Notes version of your story. Obviously, Beth has crushed it. Michelle crushed it. I'm so excited for you to bring it home with the best of the best of the best tips and tricks and training and all the things. But let's start first with the Cliff Notes version of your story, what you used to do, what you do, how you got here, and what you're excited about.
Okay, so I've been in the industry for 10 years. Hi, guys. Thank you for having me, by the way. I've had so much anxiety about having any problems like Gunnar. I'm like, oh, my God, I do not want any technical problems. But, yeah, I joined the industry 10 years ago. I was a single mum. I was in retail, and if anyone works in retail, you'll know that that's really not accommodating when you've got children. It's probably one of the worst jobs you can have because you're not allowed school holidays off, you're not allowed Christmas off, not even Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. So I was struggling there, and I was feeling like all my money was going onto my bills, and I had nothing left, and I just had really bad mum guilt because I was like, Mummy's at work all the time to give us nice things, but actually we wasn't getting any of those nice things. It was just covering the bills. So I was looking for a second income, but already riddled with mum guilt. I just thought there's no way I can go and do another job after the job. So I was looking for something online, and I come across social marketing. I didn't think I would be good at it. I didn't know if I'd have the time to do it. But I kind of joined through desperation, really, because there was nothing else really on the table that would work. So I was very anxious, very nervous. You sort of talk yourself out of these things, I think, sometimes. And that's the dangerous thing, because you need to just jump in the opportunity. So I had a bit of a, just go for it moment. And I set myself a really low target of just making my investment back. Started being my first customer, which I think is obviously so important. Anyway, got addicted to it very quickly, was loving it, couldn't believe that you could make an income from your phone. So 2 years in the industry, in my previous company, I managed to give up my full-time job. I was earning, double my full-time salary. And just after 2 months, I think I made my year's salary in 1 month's pay. So it totally blew me away, changed my life from then on, really. I've not ever worked for anyone since or left my children. For 8 years now, I've done this full time. And yeah, it's just been life-changing for me. Being able to make a full-time income working part-time hours has just, made me be able to appreciate everything with my children. So, yeah, that's what happened for me. I've been with Medea since March. I was with my previous company for 10 years. I needed a change. I was very nervous about changing companies. I needed to make sure it was the right fit for me. And Medea just screamed out to me with the dual compensation plan and everything like that. I just thought this is perfect for me. I didn't come over with a lot of team. So it's not like I, come over and was successful straight away because of that reason. I didn't bring anyone with me. That's not how I work. I wouldn't poach or anything like that. So I come over and I was just really excited. I just found the company a breath of fresh air. And I think my first month I reached Director 2 in just 3 weeks. So, yeah, it was a really fabulous start to the company, and it's been amazing.
I love it, Hayley. And just so you guys know, Director 2 is, over 25,000 in team volume. Hayley's also a platinum, which means she's doing over 3,000 in her customer pod. That's $1,000 a month right there here in the States anyway. And Hayley, how old are your kiddos?
So I've got a 15-year-old and I've got an 8-year-old. So my 8-year-old is, he's always had me at home with him, which I really wanted the opportunity to have because I had massive mum guilt with my eldest. So the fact that this time round, my son knows no different. Like, he's been with me every single day, my second one. And, it's just priceless.
That's amazing. I love that so much. And where do you live currently?
I'm near London in the UK.
Okay. I love it, guys. And this is just a really good example, too. I always tell people build locally, but think globally, because obviously, I personally enrolled Beth, and you guys, I mean, she lives between the UK and Spain all the time, and we just became friends on social media, and Gunnar, obviously, clear over there. John and I are here in the US, and we're working with Gunnar and Beth, and then there's Michelle, and there's Hayley, and there's all these amazing people, and you just never know who you're going to talk to that could end up being one of these phenomenal leaders like Gunnar or Beth or Michelle or Hayley. And you never know. And, they always say, if you want to become wealthy, make money when you're sleeping. And you should see our chats. When I'm going to bed, these guys are waking up and they are on fire. And it's just, it's such a blessing, guys. And I know that John and I are just so grateful for everything that you guys do over there in the UK and Spain. And I know we've got some, you guys have a lot of amazing leaders in Australia that are like, okay, well, that's 2 a.m, so we'll catch the team call replay. But how great is it that we can literally build an empire and build a dynasty from the palm of our hands and still be with our kids? I love the fact that, I can build this business in 29 countries from my phone, and I still get to be a mom, and I still get to take my kids to their games and take them to school and pick them up, and, be taxi Uber mom all the time and still build a phenomenal business, guys. So whatever you're looking for, whether you're looking to make a little or a lot, you can do that here. And again, just keep it simple. So Hayley, you're crushing it on both sides of the comp plan. You've got a 15-year-old and an 8-year-old, so I know your life is busy. So what tips could you give these guys? I'd love for you to just really take the gloves off and tell these guys what they need to do between now and the end of the year to achieve their goals and get to where they want to be.
Obviously, Michelle and Beth have touched on most of the things that I'd like to mention, but I would say don't overthink. Do not worry what anyone thinks. I think that holds back so many people when they begin because they're worried what others think. And I just think the minute I didn't care about anyone's opinions, that's when my bank balance changed. So I think don't worry what people think. Don't compare. Just literally stay focused on being your first customer, being your best customer, and then just sharing everything about that journey of you trying out the products, and just being consistent, like the guys have said. And I'd really suggest working on self-development. I think, like you go to the gym every day, well, I do, because I want a nicer body. So I need to make sure I work on my mind daily because I want, a strong, constant mind with a great mindset. And I think energy and excitement is one of the biggest parts of this. You don't have to have huge amounts of knowledge, or you don't need to be great at technology. You just need to have that little bit of belief in you and just celebrate the small wins. So just set small goals and celebrate them, and it will build your confidence as you go, and then you will just be able to reach for bigger goals, and that's where it all sort of spirals out.
I love it, Hayley. Well, anyone could go look at your Facebook page. The way you show up consistently every single day, you're walking the talk, and not to mention you're drop dead gorgeous and as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. And I just think you're such an incredible example to every single person in our team on what can happen. And I love what you said about, I call it OPO, other people's opinions, and it'll either make you or break you. And I know even when I started in this business at 23 years old, I used other people's opinions as like fire under my tail to prove them wrong. You know, I was like, I mean, I had so many people like, oh my God, you're quitting law school to sell, you know, vitamins. What in the hell? What's wrong with you? And, you know, those things never work. You're never going to make any money, blah, blah, blah. But like you said, and here's the deal. If people's opinions aren't paying your bills, why listen to them? You know, I can tell you after 29 years of being in this profession and having made millions of dollars, thank God I didn't listen to any of their opinions in the beginning. Thank God I didn't give a crap what anybody else thought. I saw other people seeing success, and I knew if they could do it, so could I. And that's one thing I really want to impress on every single one of you listening to this call right now. If these leaders can do it, if we can do it, guys, we are no different. The only difference between you and us is time and the actions that you take on a daily basis and the mindset you have when you're doing it. You know, and I love that you said that, Hayley, because, you know, belief in yourself is everything. You know, it's like you got to have some posture. You got to, like, you know, people want to see if they can knock you off your perch. You know what I mean? They want to see, like, do you really believe in what you're saying and doing? And they're going to nudge you. They're going to try to see if you really stand for something. And if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So stand up for yourself, stand up for your family, stand up for your team, and just go make it happen. And I love that that's what every single one of you on this call have done and are doing. And, you know, most single moms at one point are, you know, making it happen. And either, like I said, you can either have excuses or results. You can't have both. And if you want to make something happen, make it happen. And it's going to mean getting better. It's going to be, you know, really all you got to get good at is communicating, and there's sales skills involved. And I was scared to death of sales, but what I realized is sales is really just communication. And so when you become better at communicating and you become better at just, you know, helping people with what they need and finding out what's in it for them versus what's in it for you, and you know, you can't have commission breath. You can't have a, you know, sign on your head that says, like, how much money am I going to make off this person? It's got to be like, how can I help this person? Like, sincerely, how can I help this person? And when you take the spotlight off of you and you stop caring what everybody else is thinking, and you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to help and serve, you'll be amazed at what happens to your paycheck. So, Hayley, is there anything else that you want to leave these guys with before we wrap up the call today?
No, I don't think so. I just think you've got nothing to lose. Just go for it 100%. Like, as soon as I realised that there's nothing to lose and everything to gain, there was no stopping me.
I love it, girl. That is so, so true. Okay, so just to wrap it up, guys, for those of you here in the States, guys, if you're not registered, if you're not already planning on going to one of the fall social marketing summits that's coming up on September 20th, like, you got to go. Okay, it's like a non-negotiable, okay? We only have 2 big events a year here in the States, and this is one of them, and we have them going on different locations, so it's easy to get to. There's one in Vegas. There's one in Orlando. We've got a couple going on in Canada. So, guys, pick an event. Go to buzz.shiftingretail.com. That's where you can get anything and all the things when it comes to promotions and things that are happening. Today's the last day of this big 5-day drop promo where you get a free bottle of the Uplift. This is obviously here in the States. And also, guys, like I said, we have this new GLP-1, this, you know, natural, you know, whatever, Ozempic product that's coming down the pipeline. And we got 20 days before the launch of this product here in the States. And UK, it's coming your way, y'all, I promise ya. And you'll get to, like, we'll fine-tune the whole launch process for you guys, so we'll have everything ready for you all when you guys are ready to launch on the other side of the planet. But, guys, get to Fall Social Marketing Summit. I truly believe that this will be the biggest product launch that we have ever seen in Modere history, you guys. So don't take it for granted, but it's time to paddle now. Don't wait for the wave to come. Paddle now and get things rocking. Plant as many seeds as possible. Take me up on this 100 Convo Challenge. Start 100 conversations in the next 48 hours and watch what happens to your business. So, Beth, Michelle, Hayley, thank you all, beautiful ladies, for being here today and for sharing So many awesome tips. And Gunnar, we're going to have you on again, my friend. Now you're just stuck leading another call since since you weren't able to do it today. But Gunnar, you're amazing. Love you, my friend, and just appreciate all you guys do. And Shauna Zimi, thank you for rocking it out on the tech side of all of this and making all the magic happen behind the scenes. We couldn't do it without you, my friends. So thank you to every single one of you who plugged in. If you're here in the States, have an amazing and safe holiday weekend. It's Labor Day. Labor means to work. So does that mean you have to work every second of every day? No, but guess what? You can do this business while you exist. That's what's amazing about it. So get out there, have some fun. I always say work hard, play harder. That's my motto. So have an amazing weekend, you guys, and thank you all for being here today. Let's rock it out and crush the rest of August, and let's bring on September like crazy, guys. Love you all. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, everyone.